I have with me Jim Bede. Jim is an accomplished airplane designer, has designed many different airplanes. Also, these Pulse Autocycles that are over here, Jim designed these. Jim, we're honored to have you the second year in a row here at the Fly-In Cruise-In. Jim, what got you started designing airplanes?
Well, I loved airplanes from as early back as I can remember, and like designing them, building them, flying them. It's just a lot of fun. It's very challenging.
Where did you get the idea for the Autocycle?
Well, when back in the 70s, when the gasoline started to become a little scarce, everybody started talking about better mileage, and I was aware of what was required in an airplane to give it longer range and more efficiency, and I said, gee, I wonder how that applies to a car. And as I started studying it further and everything else, I realized that if we could keep the weight down, use a very efficient type engine, and get the aerodynamics down, we could get very good mileage. And on our prototype, when we put it on the test rack, we could get close to 100 miles a gallon, and just driving it on the road from Cleveland to Chicago, for example, would easily average 80, 90 miles a gallon.
Well, Jim, you're known for some really interesting airplane designs. One particular was in the movies. You want to tell us about that one?
Yeah, that's called the Bede 5J. It still is the world's smallest jet. It's about 12.5 feet long, and it was in a James Bond movie called Octopussy. Flew through the hangar door and so on by my friend Corky Fornoff. And it still is a unique little airplane.
There are several examples out there today.
Yeah, they are. In fact, Bobby Bishop has 3 of them that he uses for the Navy. They hire him to go out over the water and make a pass at a ship, because the ship then calibrates its radar because the airplane is as small as a cruise missile. And it gives them an opportunity to tune up their radar to locate cruise missiles. And here's an airplane that's man-operated and just as small.
Jim, several BD designs, and one notably is the Grumman Yankee. And tell us about that.
Well, that was one of my early airplanes called the BD-1, and then they sold it to the company Grumman American. And they made the Yankee, and then from there, that was 2-place, and then they made 4-place and so on. But it's a good little airplane. A lot of people still have them, fly them around. It's a pretty efficient little machine.
Jim, in the future, any Autocycle designs in your head?
Yeah. We do everything on computer at CAD system. Back in the old days, they had to do it on a drawing board, and it took you a little while to lay something out. But the computer, you can do it a lot faster. And yeah, we have a couple designs come along that might be interesting.
Jim, we appreciate you taking the time to come to the Fly-In Cruise-In, second year in a row.
Beautiful show, beautiful weather, everything turned out just fine. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.